"I've been seeing someone else," she finally admitted, her voice barely above a whisper. "I'm so sorry, David." The silence in the room was suffocating. David's face fell, the color draining from it as he processed her words. He didn't speak for a long time, and when he finally did, it was barely a whisper. "How long?" he asked, his voice thick with hurt. "A few months," Emma replied, her heart breaking as she saw the devastation in his eyes. David stood up slowly, as though the weight of her words had physically struck him. He turned away, unable to look at her. "I never thought you'd betray me like this," he said, his voice cracking with emotion. "I thought we were happy." Emma's heart shattered as she watched him walk away, feeling the full weight of her betrayal. She had broken the trust of the man who had loved her unconditionally, and now, she was left with the consequences of her actions. David left that night, and Emma knew that their marriage was over. The guilt and regret that washed over her were unbearable, but she knew she couldn't undo the hurt she had caused. She had betrayed him in the most intimate way possible, and now, she would have to live with the consequences of her choices. As she sat alone in their empty home, Emma realized the depth of her mistake. She had sought validation from someone else, but in doing so, she had lost the one person who had always been there for her. The affair had started as a way to fill an empty space in her life, but it had only left her feeling more hollow than before. And in the end, it wasn't Adam she had betrayed, it was herself. The consequences of deception. Emma's betrayal of David was not just an affair, it was a deep rupture of trust. The pain and heartache that followed were immeasurable, not just for David, but for herself as well. In the end, the affair taught her the painful lesson that seeking fulfillment outside of a marriage only leads to greater emptiness. The consequences of her actions were profound, and her once perfect world was now forever changed.